Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Monday Mail Day. If you haven't watched last week's episode, I suggest you go watch it, but I'll give you the highlight here of that. A out of 61 CJ Hansen National Treasures auto for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a rookie. This was my roommate, and I think I'm going to be beginning a collection of his cards here on out. I think this week we have roughly 2 times as many packages to get through. And so we should start sooner rather than later, including this one big guy back here. We'll save that for last. So let's just start from the left here. I'm going to start moving some stuff around. So we have some wiggle room. And we'll go from the right side here. So this is the first package. I've gone ahead and opened everything up, but I haven't looked at anything. Nice little plastic defender here, which actually we'll use right now. So we can get a nice little peek at what the card is. Let's take it out if I can grab it. There we go, it's coming out now. So no spoilers. Are we right side up? We are. It's in a mag. Oh, it's sideways. And it's upside down. All right, I think we got it. We got it right this time now. Let's look at it. Supernova. CJ Stroud from Obsidian. This is a beautiful card. Look at this. So most of the cards that we have here are, so it's not numbered, and it is not from any specific game or event, but still an awesome card to look at and to collect. So I have one CJ, so CJ here, another CJ there, but I have a CJ Stroud collection growing beside me, which is great. So let's use this little defender here again, so we're not cheating. Empty package. Okay. Mavs. Second basketball card. Rookie. Cooper Flag rookie. Look at that. Awesome. This is the first Cooper Flag that I have. I have a con that's also from Duke, but I have him in his college jersey. This is awesome. Great. My first Cooper Flag. Nice. I was kind of sad when I opened up the Bowman U Chrome and didn't get a Cooper Flag. Did I open it? Oh, I did, yeah. But what can you do? I got I went through all of the college players, and I looked to see if they got drafted. And I think I have 6 or so players out of that, but one Bowman U Chrome box that actually did end up getting drafted. Here's a Zenith card. Everything is covered on it. It's probably Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it is, but his face is absolutely covered. Okay, let me clean this up so we can get a nice look at the card. All right. Zenith, Patrick Mahomes. I've never actually opened up any Zenith football, so this is my first Zenith card. I like the design in the back. Most of the time when I collect cards, I base it if it looks cool or not. I'm not really a big, I don't chase the top rookie QBs to make my money back. I'm strictly in it. If the card looks cool, I'll keep it. This one I like. I've never seen anything like that. So I'll likely keep that one. All right, next package is up. All right. I think it's backwards. So let's do this. Let's flip it and get rid of that back one. Kind of see it through here. Green border bat. So this is from the Score Halloween packs that you can get. If you guys want me to do a review, just let me know. I'm gonna try going a little bit further back so we can see. This might be the numbered parallel. Rookie Dylan Johnson for the Titans. It is not numbered. If you guys do want me to make an opening on this, I can get a box of those. The packs are 3 cards per pack. The first 2 are vets, and then the last one is a rookie. And there is a chance at numbered cards in those. So we have another stack to the left here. Got one of our little defenders. It's double protected. Let's see, I'm gonna pull this out. Okay, this is some stuff that we haven't seen on the channel before. I don't know how to defend it with this. What is it called? Ding defender. But we're just gonna end up showing the cards here just like that. Let me get this open so we can take a nice look at it. Let's get rid of this. So the first thing that we have here is a Pirelli tire. So if you're not a fan of Formula One yet, these are the tires that are provided by the Pirelli company. And what this is actually one that's in a giveaway. It is a card holder. So if I have one to show without a top loader, maybe with a top loader even, it should work pretty well. Nice. So I won this in a giveaway from JMF Boosted on Whatnot, and I'll have them linked down below in the description. At the moment, they have the different tire compounds. So this one being yellow is medium. I think they have hards and softs as well. It's just 3D printed. However, they are not too many in stock to be purchased, but they are working on that as I've last heard. We'll keep this off to the side because I think we're going to have some Formula One stuff coming up. Actually, even in here, we'll have some. Let's take a look. So this is an F3 Sophia Ray Wave Parallel. Kind of hard to see. Let's see, get the lighting a little bit better. From Topps Chrome. There's a ton of rookies right now in Formula One, so the chances of another rookie coming on to the field are rather slim. But you can see this is not this is not what it is. It's just a packing slip. Gotta go back to that package. Let's see what's next. All right, we're upside down. Down here. Ooh, a Red Sox. Nice. This is my third Red Sox card. What year is this? 2023. This might be a throwback card. Very cool. With Boston in the background. Driving up and down that highway right there. Not too fun, let me tell you. Awesome. My third baseball card, all of which are Red Sox, which is great. I don't think that is a true autograph. I think that is just a design of the card. A lot of the baseball sets do it in that manner. Oh, this is a big card. Might be a slab. It is a slab. Gem Mint 10 PSA from the Mariners rookie card. This is my first PSA slab. I will say I thought the PSA slabs would be heavier. I don't know why. I think I'm just comparing them to the mags here because the mags are a lot heavier than what I'm used to. But cool, my first PSA graded card. Awesome. All right, let's take a look here. Top-loaded card. Rockets. Backwards. We had it on the other side. Whoops. This is beautiful. This lighting is not doing you guys any favors. I don't know how to get it any better. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't remember picking this up, so this must be a giveaway. But an amazing giveaway. Look at that. A legend, too. Awesome. Next. Monday mail day. All right, let's use this ding defender. Let's see here. We're in the wrong direction. Let's flip it around. Here's another giveaway. Orange Disco from the Jags. This is one of the first things that I actually got as a giveaway. I got that on the same day that I got that CJ. And we've already had that CJ open for a while. Look at that Orange Disco. From Prism. I've never actually heard of this player before. But if you made it to the NFL, you made it to the NFL. Alright. Let's look here. We're almost at that big box in the back. And I know what most of the stuff is in that. Oh, we're sideways. Xavier Leggett. Backwards. Should have flipped it the other way around. Nice. Another rookie card for the Panthers. 2024. So he should be playing, I think, today. Actually, I know my Patriots are playing the Raiders right now as I'm recording this. This video will go up tomorrow. Alright, let's take a look here. This is thick. I know you guys can't tell, but it feels pretty thick. Lakers, another basketball card. Air Defense, Anthony Davis, the Los Angeles Lakers. Is there 2 cards? What is going on here? Let me take a look. It was just an extra top loader for protection. They didn't end up putting it in any of the top loaders. They just put them in between 2 top loaders, which I've never seen before. And I'm curious whether or not that actually helps keep it safe. I figured maybe keeping it inside would be better, but who knows? Very cool. They were thick top loaders too, not the standard ones that I usually get. Set that off to the side. All right, we're down to 2 packages. This one's empty. Must have been the one that I just opened. All right, down to 1 package before that big one in the back. Let's see here. Got my name on the thing. Let me open it up. There's a rookie, Josh Downs for the Colts. Another silver prism. Actually, I don't know if it's silver. I think it's just base. Oh, the lighting is not great here. Let me move it down. There we go. Rookie Josh Downs for the Colts. Have not looked into him just yet, but will do so, of course, with all my rookies. So we got some highlights here. Got the PSA 10. We'll take a look at again. I think the first card that we got was probably the best. CJ Stroud Supernova from Obsidian. This is my second Obsidian card. The other one was ironically also a patch that I won. Nice card. All right, now for the one in the back. Got a nice welcome to the hobby, so let me explain what he means by that. Let's keep looking. I know what this big thing is, so I'm gonna just make sure I got all the cards. In fact, I did not get all the cards. This is incredible. So how am I gonna do this? Let's put this. Let's put that, just like that. I'm gonna get this open. I think these are the ones that I've purchased, but I can't be quite sure. There's actually way more cards than I bought, so I don't know. Let's take a look at them together, so we could both be equally surprised. Here's another Ding Defender, which I never even knew about. But I'll explain the situation here. So I joined a stream by a creator called Pit Stop Breaks on Whatnot, and I ended up purchasing ended up winning a giveaway for some Legends cards. And I told him that it was my first ever Formula One card, and I like Formula One. I actually really like it. I'm a Ferrari fan. And he said, well, if that's your first, I got to hook you up so you can get into the hobby. Hence the welcome to the hobby that he's written on here. And this was around like midnight-ish. And we stayed in this stream until 1 to 2 a.m. I ended up purchasing some cards from him. And then there was a whole great coming to with the community where one person needed a specific card, somebody else won the giveaway. Whoever won said just give it to the other person. And so I gave away my giveaway victory to him, and somebody else gave me their victory to me. And then there's a buyer's giveaway in the back there that we'll look at the end. So I'm gonna move this back one out, and we're just gonna go one at a time here and look at what we've got. First is a Checo Perez Cracked Ice Blue Driver of the Day from Portugal. Look at how beautiful that card is. So my girlfriend actually collects Checo, and so this will be going to her. A Lewis Hamilton. Look at that car. That's awesome. Look at that. Lewis Hamilton, blue cracked ice again. Beautiful. Here's a Yuki Tsunoda Let's Go case hit. So this is what somebody gave to me because I gave my giveaway to somebody else. So I'm incredibly thankful. His name was Scott. For this that he's provided. This is my first case hit that I've ever owned. And back here is the card that I purchased, the Carlos Sainz helmet. So these are all going to be going into some mags. There's actually 15 cards in this collection. I've purchased another one for Checo. And I'm going to be, I think, building the whole set. And there'll be another video. So let's look at what's behind the Ding Defender right there. So what he ended up doing was giving me a stack of cards. We're going to go through all of them, and we're going to see what they are. I'm incredibly grateful for such a great community and whatnot, and with the F1 community on whatnot. Every time I join one of the streamers, it's always the same people running around. Let's just put them like that and just start looking through them. Pierre Gasly on the Nightscapes from the Singapore Grand Prix of 2023. Set that off to the side. Senna on the Legends from Topps Chrome. A nice Max Verstappen. A Max Verstappen on the Grand Prix Driver of the Day from Saudi Arabia. Gabriel Bortoleto on the F2. He's now driving for Sauber on the silver. Future Stars. Look at this. Isaac Hadjar on the F2 Future Stars. This is a great card because he's now also made the podium, which is hard to do as a rookie. Some base. A little Oscar Piastri, likely to win this year's Drivers' Championship. Hulkenberg, who got his first maiden podium this year after being in the contention for around 10 or so years. Another Max Verstappen, F1 Sprint winners from the US Grand Prix. Future Stars, Ollie Behrman, also now in Formula One, driving for Haas. This feels thick. Yeah, it's stuck together. Yuki Tsunoda, Grand Prix Driver of the Day. And behind it, Alan Prost. Awesome. And the Legends. Let me move this out the side. Carlos Sainz. This is my PC. From pole position. Lando Norris, probably going to take second place in this year's Drivers' Championship unless something changes. This is a beautiful card. Charles Leclerc. That is a beautiful card from Paddock Pass. Another Nico Hulkenberg for the full car when he's driving for Haas. Another Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, everything's falling over here. Let me get them nice and adjusted. K-Mag from Paddock Pass. Another Checo. Awesome. Fred Vasseur. And we'll have, I purchased one of a card that you guys will see of him likely in the next episode. Gasly on the Paddock Pass. Alex Albon. Bottas, who just got signed for Cadillac, the newest team in Formula One. Carlos Sainz, again my PC. Checo. Maybe an image variation right there. Oscar Piastri. Look at how beautiful that card is. Amazing. I love the full, does it tell you what? I wanted to know what track that was. Esteban Ocon. Alex Albon again. We're in some F1 finest now. Nico, this is a little bit thicker of a cardstock. What do you guys think of the design here? Looks pretty interesting, right? Bortoletto again. Still at the in the F2 garments. Next year's Cadillac driver, along with Checo. Another Yuki. I really like the cardstock on Topps Finest. Lando Norris. Let's see if I can move the lighting a bit better. Isaac Hadjar. Carlos Sainz in a nice little penny sleeve. Again, my PC. Gasly. Christian Horner, who's no longer a team principal for Red Bull, as Mekis took over. Paul Aaron, I think he got a chance to drive this year. I think maybe in the Dutch Grand Prix. James Vowles. K-Mag, one more time on the paddock pass. Theo Pourchaire. I don't know if he's gotten a chance to drive just yet. Carlos Sainz on the car for Ferrari, which is great because I'm a Ferrari fan and a Carlos Sainz fan. Now that he's at Williams, I don't really collect much of them. Bottas. Logan Sargent, the first, might not be the first, but it was one of the more current American drivers. No longer driving, got demoted. Lando Norris, base. Max Verstappen, base. Zhao Guanyu, he is the Ferrari reserve driver right now. Might be Zhao Guanyu. Logan Sargent again on the image variation. Oscar Piastri, that's a beautiful card. I really like that. Bottas. Carlos Sainz, one more time. Alex Albon. Charles Leclerc. These are dupes, it looks like. Oscar Piastri. I really like those car ones. Another Checo on the image variation. Nico in the Haas. Nico in the Haas again. Freddie Vasseur, one more time. Alex Albon. And we can look at them like this now, that they're all together. Another Bottas. Another Checo. A K-Mag. And then behind it is, oh, that was already right, a George Russell. Amazing. I'm incredibly thankful for what he has sent me. He didn't have to do any of that. I strictly just bought one card and won one giveaway. And I told him that that was my first Formula One card. And he took it above and beyond. He said, I'm going to hook you up. So let's look at what the buyer's give you is in the back here. take a nice little peek. I don't know if you guys are able to see it. It's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna slam it onto the ground here. So as the buyer's giveaway, we got a McLaren Speed Champions Formula One car. So I'll be building this in a future episode. So we can adjust the screen here. I'll be building this in a future episode. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna get all this stuff penny sleeved up and top loaded. I thank you for joining me today, and stay tuned for another episode of Monday Mail Day.